SA poet Ntsiki Mazwai has taken to her craft by addressing the issue of our country's current leadership, and she has currently written an open letter to the ANC. So Ntsiki, just take me through why and what drove you to actually write this open letter.
Basically, we were all having the same conversation in Mabrayini and in the privacy of our own homes. And it's important for us to have this conversation on a more public platform so that we can actually see change. I think that if we claim to live in a democracy, then this is the perfect time for our democracy to work for us as a people.
And in the letter, you claim that many South Africans do not want to be led by President Jacob Zuma. I mean, what's your reasoning behind that? Is it like more of a generalization, you'd say?
In the letter, I say that there's a loud enough anti-Zuma sentiment for us to bring this issue to the table. I feel that in any organization, if South Africa was a company, if the CEO is not inspiring, is not motivating the rest of the staff, then productivity levels are low. And I think we should look at South Africa like that and realize that the kind of leader we have at the helm is going to impact on the rest of the nation. And in the past 5 years, I feel as if, yes, we can't blame him for recession and things like that, but if he was somebody else, I think we would be in a different space as South Africans.
I mean, the issue that you look into the most is the issue of booing. But then ANC Secretary General Kwande Mantashe actually addressed this issue when he was addressing the issue of Nkandla, saying that booing is part of political work. He's been booed himself and so have others. Your response to that?
Booing is an expression that is valid. And we can't say that just because it happens, it doesn't mean anything. If somebody boos, it means I don't like this. So there has got to be some kind of reform or some kind of, what action are we going to take towards rectifying what the people are booing about? Because booing wouldn't exist if there was no point for it. So you can't just write it off as it just happens. No, it doesn't just happen. It happens when people don't like something.
And in your letter, you use the metaphor of Jacob Zuma being like a little child with chocolate on his face, but denying that he's eaten the chocolate. How did you come up with this metaphor?
When I write, I don't think about what I'm writing about. I just pour out. I mean, I'm an artist, so I don't take the credit for my work. I just know that there's messages that I must bring across. So I don't know where that came from.
You didn't only publish this on your blog, but you published it on SoundCloud, on YouTube, and I mean, it's been massive on all social networks. What would you say to someone that feels that your open letter is more of a publicity stunt as a poet instead of actually addressing the issue?
I would say to that person, first let's talk about the contents in the letter. Then we'll talk about the publicity stance and whatever your opinion is of Ntsiki Mazwai. The reason I didn't put my name at the bottom of the letter is because that letter represents people. It doesn't just represent Ntsiki Mazwai. I knew people were going to personalize it, and already I've been vilified by a lot of the media. So, you know, there's a lot of charge already around my name. That's why I didn't put a name down there. So can we first address what's in the letter? And then afterwards, maybe, if we feel like it, we can talk about Ntsiki Mazwai.